We are going to start with social science of 8th standard. Till last year you had learnt about the medieval history of India, and from this year we are going to learn from the arrivals of European in India till the post-independence period. Centuries back, India was a leading country. People were influenced by its culture and prosperity. Prosperity means to flourish, and people were eager to enter into trade with India. So there were so many people who came from European countries to India and wanted to enter into the trade and earn a lot of money out of it. Constantinople was a place which was a gateway for Europe and Asia continents. Europe and Asia could do trade because of this Constantinople place. There was a land road which was connecting Europe and Asia continent, through which the trade was carried on for years together. Now that place, Constantinople, which is now known as Istanbul, was captured, was conquered by Turk Muslims, and due to which that land route stopped. So the European peoples and the Asian peoples could not do trade through land route. Now this required to search for a new sea route to India. Demand for Indian commodities increased in European countries. Which were the commodities? Silk, cotton clothes, muslin. Muslin is a light-weighted cotton cloth. Spices, black pepper, and etc. Due to which, now as Constantinople was conquered by Turk Muslims, the land route stopped. And it was a requirement during that time to find a new sea route to India. People had to find a new sea route to India, or else the trade would be affected. And that is how the Europeans started searching for a new sea route to India. Let us learn about Christopher Columbus. He was an Italian explorer. You have to look for the world political map. Where is Italy? Okay. So he was an Italian explorer. He ventured out. He tried to find out a new sea route to India. He started his journey, but instead of reaching to India, he accidentally reached America. Till he was alive, he was with that misconception यानी गलतफहमी. Till he was alive, he was with the misconception that he has found India, but it was actually America. जब तक जिंदा था, वो ये गलतफहमी के साथ था कि उसने इंडिया के जाने का सी रूट ढूंढा है, but it was not like that. He went to America accidentally. He reached there. Now what happened? The natives of America they are still known as Red Indians, and the island group in Caribbean. Now which is this place, Caribbean? Near North America continent you will find a group of islands, and that is where we call West Indies. So whichever country we are referring to, you need to look those, you have to find those in your world political map. And this is how Christopher Columbus, instead of searching for a new sea route to India, he accidentally reached America. We have learned about Christopher Columbus, who started his journey to reach India, but he reached accidentally to America. So the new sea route to India was not discovered by Christopher Columbus. Till he was alive, he was with the misconception that he had discovered a new sea route to India, but it was actually America. Now after that, we had Vasco da Gama, who started his journey from Portugal. Portugal again is a European country. He started his journey to find a new sea route to India, and he discovered it. He started his journey from Portugal. From there, he came to Cape of Good Hope. Cape of Good Hope is in the south of Africa continent. From there, he had to take a circle. So he encircled Cape of Good Hope and reached the port of Calicut. Calicut is in the south of India, Kerala. So you have to look for political map of India also, along with world political map. So he reached Calicut on 22nd May 1498. After that, King Zamorin was ruling during that time. So after that, he took the permission of King Zamorin to trade in India. After getting the permission from King Zamorin, they established their fort in India. What is fort? Fort is made for security purpose against other European rivals. So a fort was established in Calicut in 1500 CE. As fort was made, it had to be fortified. What is fortified? Fortified means to make strong. So it was fortified. After fortifying it, a person had to be kept there who would be in charge of that fort. And for that reason, a commander-in-chief was appointed. Who was commander-in-chief? Albuquerque. Albuquerque was made the commander-in-chief of that fort. Later on, Albuquerque, in 1506, he conquered Goa. So they came, Portugal for the first time came in 1498. They established their fort in 1500, and after 6 years of it, they started conquering places, and that was, one of them was Goa. Now what happened? After Vasco da Gama came and Portugal started establishing their fort in India, now it was time for their expansion. Expansion means to make broader, to grow. Within 100 years of their arrival, they took control over different cities of India: Mangalore, Cochin, Goa, Diu, Mumbai and island of Lanka. And this is how slowly and gradually they started expanding their rule. End of Portuguese rule. How did the Portugal rule came to an end in India? Portuguese expanded their trade to Bengal. They came to Calicut in South India, Kerala. They expanded till Bengal, east of India. Now, there was a Subedar in Bengal. Subedar, who is Subedar? Subedar is a mid-level commissioned officer. He complained to Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was ruler during that time and he was ruling India from Delhi. So Subedar complained to Shah Jahan about the behavior of the Portuguese people. Shah Jahan gave orders. He told to demolish the fort of Hooghly. Hooghly is a river. Hooghly is a place, a river in Bengal. So the fort had to be demolished. Demolish means to destroy, tod dena. So he gave order to demolish the fort of Hooghly. And another order was also given, and it was ships had to be burnt. Why ships had to be burnt? So that they could not carry trade further. Now, this is how the expansion. Now, this is how the Portuguese rule came to an end in India. There was an exception to this thing. Exception was that except the territories of Diu, Daman and Goa, the Portuguese rule had ended. And this is how we have learned about Vasco da Gama, the discoverer of a new sea route to India, who was from Portugal. We had learned about establishment of Portuguese in India, their expansion and an exception to their end. After the Portuguese people came to India, now it was the Dutch people who were coming to India for trade. At the end of 16th century, the Dutch of Holland, that is Netherlands now we know it as, they came to India and they wanted to establish their fort. So they came here in India, they established their fort, they established in Pulicat and Madras. Portuguese people had made a fort. Portuguese people had established a fort in Calicut, that is Kerala. Dutch people came, they established their fort in Pulicat and Madras, that is Tamil Nadu. These people were coming to India to trade, and that is the reason they were making their fort at the coastal areas of India. So it would become very easy for them to trade. They established trading center at Agra in 1663. They established trading center at Agra so that they could carry out trade over there also in the north part of India. Meanwhile, Britishers arrived in India and there was a tough competition between Britishers and the Dutch people. Dutch people could not withstand the competition. Withstand the competition means they could not resist the competition, and this is how the end of Dutch rule was there. Now it was the British interest in India. Why the Britishers were interested in India to trade? It was 1600 CE when East India Company was established during the rule of Queen Elizabeth. East India Company was a because of the establishment of East India Company, first ship arrived in India. This ship arrived at Surat port. Portuguese, Calicut, Dutch people, Pulicat and Madras, Britishers at Surat port. These places you have to remember. W. Hawkins was the captain of that ship. He met Jahangir, but he did not get the permission to trade. Because when the European people came in India, they had to take permission from the ruling king of that time. So Jahangir did not give the permission for that, and later on Thomas Roe came to India. He also asked for the permission, and he got the permission to establish a trading center at Surat. From Surat they could start their trade. So he got the permission. Who got the permission? Thomas Roe. Shah Jahan gave the permission to carry out trade in Bengal. Shah Jahan was ruling India from Delhi.